Another shot is coming raw and unbounded. The whiskey's always talking and the beer's overflowing. Another shot is gonna hit you with a mind overloading on it. The bar is always open with no inhibitions. Another shot will leave your sensories twitching. Just remember everything we say is just our opinion. But then again, it might be the alcohol talking. It might be the alcohol talking. Let's go.
Welcome to another Shot Podcast, where our opinions might be real, or it could just be the liquor talking. Sit back and enjoy another shot.
Welcome. What's going on, guys? Welcome to our Sunday night weekend hangover. Always fun, always unpredictable. If I had a dime for every time somebody says, you know what, Bill, you were very responsible last night, I'd have no dimes. I love it. But that being said, Kitty Cat can even vouch for me.
You were responsible. You did turn over your keys.
So we had, this is the second year we've done it now. We joined our good friends over in Ohio for the, I guess it would be our second annual, but I think it was, I can't remember, was it like the 14th annual, if I remember?
Yes, it was the 14th annual. December, the first Saturday in December next year will be the 15th annual Santa Shuffle.
Oof. I'll tell you what, absolute awesome time. We did a lot better this time. We made sure there was no mistake behind this one. We 100% all made sure we ate first, then we stopped. And of course, just like last year, the very first place we stopped was the bistro. So, yeah, I couldn't bring myself to have a repeat performance. So I actually thought I did very well. You know, I may or may not have snuck a flask of the good stuff. You know, that way I wasn't, tearing them up at each bar. And I can legit say I remember the whole damn trip this time. Kitty Cat loved life because she got to drive the truck. The question was, how are we going to get our friends there? They wanted to go. There was a lot of talk. Oh, we're probably not going to make it. There's a lot of posts. Oh, we're not going to make it. We're not going to make it. Oh, by the way, I guess we could drive two people's vehicles. And at the end, it all worked out. So I'm glad that Hooper and Destiny had a good time. A little chilly, a little colder this year than it was last year. A little bit icier. Cat is, she definitely put in leg day, arm day, back day. She did her full body workout. So might not be a hangover, but she feels like she's been, fucked hard and left her dry, I guess is a good way to put it, sweetie. I am in a strange mood this evening, so I'm going to do a little bit of a Frankenstein early. So before we get into all this is kind of like another variation of the old-fashioned, but I'm going to be using, not the peach, I want to grab that one. Where's the other one? I want to thank our good friends Ray for hooking us up with a little something we did not have, and that would be the crown. I did something the other night that, on the other show that turned out very good. So I wanted to try it again tonight and try some different variations of this, see how it works out. But this is another take on the old-fashioned. We're going to start off with our sugar cube. We're going to do the chocolate bitters. I want to be a little handsy with that one. We already threw a couple maraschino cherries in there. We're going to go ahead and kick it with a little bit of cinnamon. Let's not be scared. Of course, now this just became a very dangerous drink because how many people out there have a cinnamon allergy? I just thought about that. So this one's going to have to come with a warning label on it. Then, of course, we got our crown. I am going to, wherever it went, muddle all this together. Oof. That right there is the true fun part about doing the muddle. Got to be careful. At the end of the day, it will make a mess if you're not paying attention to what you're doing. And as we all know, the bar is already taking somewhat of a beating. So now, no more chasing it down. The good news is we actually have an ice machine. Add our ice. Let's give it the old 2-finger. I just like saying that because people are like, what? We're going to garnish this with a cherry. After we get a nice little mix going. Oh. Hit it with the cherry. Stir in there. I'm ready to sit down and enjoy a solid. I've got no name for it, folks. I don't think it really needs a name, but seeing it is crown, we'll call it a crown with a cherry on top. Kitty cat, hopefully you would like bitter because that's exactly what came out. Whew. I think personally that would have came out a lot better if I was able to use the chocolate crown. Can we see what message we have up there? Hello, Miss Nancy. How are you doing? We are staying busy as always, looking forward to the holidays, and at the same time, looking forward to finishing up the holidays. I don't know. I'd say the only thing I did that could have altered that just a little bit better, I could have dialed back on the bitter a little bit. But I did use the cocoa bitter just to give it that nice little chocolatey taste. Bad part is it's missing something. But the cinnamon does go very well with everything now that everything's kind of meshing together. Can't say I don't like it. Yeah, like I said last night, that's gonna be fun. It's gonna be like every 5 minutes. I think we're just gonna hear that thing dunk, 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 dunk. I like times like that because I mean, like I said, again, I'm a people person, so being around all the friends and everything, I mean, it was just like an all around good times. I mean, it was laughs, it was smiles, as we like to say on here. The drinking was, we like to laugh, joke, drink, and have a good time, and that's exactly what that was. So, kudos to, I believe it's Heels and Wheels for putting on another amazing bar crawl. And as I commented on a lot of our friends, we're counting down the days. We are 364 days away from the next one. What do you think? Good looking. How'd you like it?
I had a good time.
And that about summed it up right there, folks. She absolutely had just a good time. Sometimes she's a true woman of many words. Kitty cat's having fun just all over the place right there. Yes. I think that picture I just seen was definitely a highlight. I never expected one of our group to literally pick up a 9-volt battery off the ground. Now, bear in mind, we're in the fun part of Youngstown, Ohio. It's not exactly the cleanest little city. And the joke went out, who's going to be brave enough to put, I mean, how many of you done that stupid little trick where you put the 9-volt to your tongue, you get that nice little, zap, and I don't know, my dad always said it kind of turns all the saliva on the end of your tongue into acid. I don't know if that's how it works. I've never actually looked into what really goes on. It's just something dumb we used to do as kids. And literally we had somebody in the group pick up a 9-volt off the ground, and before you know it, just jammed it to the end of their tongue. And I thought, okay, that's you savage. Miss Nancy says, cannot wait until it's over. This shopping thing, I don't like it, but love my family. Personally, I like shopping. Not all the time, but I do like shopping. Oh, somebody in that picture has a handful almost. Mm. But no, it was a like I said, I personally like shopping. It's always fun. I both like and dislike having a list. I like when people kind of give me an idea on what they would like. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's just, Jesus. Those are some old pics right there. I kind of have to agree with the one dude I used to work with at the sheriff's department. We always did a Secret Santa. And people were like, oh, I'm just going to go ahead and get they're always, I normally just get people gift cards. And he would go through the roof. He'd be like, don't do the gift card. That's so cheap and generic. You make it a little more personal. Like, it was almost like he took it personal. And I kind of see where he's going. Like, if you buy, a physical gift, it's something you kind of feel like somebody put thought into it. And whereas, I mean, yeah, like, here's a gift card to a store. I mean, at the same time, when you do gift cards, you're better off just going ahead and giving them, like, 9 times out of 10, what's a $25, $30 gift card? Just give them the $30 and say, here you go pick what you want. That's kind of, I think, where he was going with that. But I mean, for me, sometimes it's like, I do run into that problem where if I'm not in the right direction, or I don't have, like, a little bit of a, which way am I going to go with this? At the end of the day, I'm not opposed to picking a specific store that we know this person likes to shop at, and then getting them a gift card from there. So, I mean, it's kind of I guess it's all on how you look at it. I mean, it's real easy for anybody to go out and just say, you know what, here, fuck it, it's just give them a $50 gift card from Walmart. Give them a $50 gift card. My favorite one is where they here, take the wife on a date. Go out and have a good time. How many people will actually go to a restaurant and their bill is under $30? But then they say it's the thought that counts. I mean, I could go kind of back and forth on this all day long. But I mean, people seem to forget it's more than just the gifts. And that's where I'm kind of going now. Yesterday I had so much fun. I mean, like I said, it was all smiles, all laughs, all jokes. I'd say we didn't quite all make it to the end like we did last year. But then again, I will say that some of those places were pouring a little bit heavy.
Oh, yeah.
Hence the reason when you're buying 3 shots, the bill was coming out, and I thought Dave was going to shit himself. The bill came out to $30. And then when we all went to toast, I really started to kind of look at it, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude, you do realize that's about a double, if not more. I mean, you're paying for it, but damn. Then, of course, we had the famous Uncle, what was that? Uncle Nears, I think it was. Absolute. Ugh. Bill almost had an incident right in the middle of a place. Awesome place. Loved that one. Liked the vibe. I think it was there was a certain persuasion that goes in that one, we'll call it. But it was cool. Everybody was so chill. I mean, they were, of course, it was during the day. But I mean, I had a hell of a good time, and everybody that went, was in and out was. What do we got? Cheers. Got Jim Beam Winter Reserve. Okay, so did Sarah, and I almost went ahead and pulled the trigger on that myself. But I'm not gonna lie. Like, I mean, there was a lot of, guys got me off subject again. Cool. Here, let's just run this. So there was a lot of pre-gaming involved in this one this year. We had a few other people join us, so that was really cool. And, it was our second time there first, and I'd like to think they had a good time. Seemed like they did. Didn't really get a chance to talk to anybody afterward because we no sooner got home, Bill went to sleep. I didn't get a whole lot of sleep prior to that. It was just one of those nights. But there was a lot of pre-game. And you're excited about doing something when you make back-to-back trips to the liquor store. And actually, everybody, the whole family pretty much joined the second time. The wife, Miss Kitty Cat herself, had to go in there. We did our restocking. Sarah did the true Lord's work. I don't know what she's going to do with all that. It will not all get drunk. I guarantee it won't. That's what it was. It needed a second to kind of breathe, just kind of chill. And the ice and everything is meshing with it really nice. You take a lot of selfies. You ever notice that? You really do. It is so much fun to try and keep up with what's going on my screen while I'm talking to you guys when I've got, Screwy Squirrel over here just like going through everything. We do have a message up there, young lady. Timmy, I'm getting blueberry and Dr. Pepper, hopefully here soon. It's smooth but good. Blueberry and Dr. Pepper. I mean, I'll try it, but I don't see that. I can't see. Is there a blueberry Dr. Pepper out there that I don't know about, or is he just mixing? Blueberry. I mean, even wow. I don't know. I don't know. Hey, good luck. I mean, if you come up with something good, I mean, shit. But yes, I don't think we left very many bottles. We were able to stock up in here a little bit. It's not a soda. It's a blueberry alcohol with Dr. Pepper. I'm trying to wrap my head around the blueberry and the Dr. Pepper, buddy. That's the problem I'm having.
To each his own.
It might work. I'm not dissing on it. It's just a combination you kind of don't think about. Kitty cat, you look awfully tired. Miss Nancy says blueberry and Dr. Pepper. OMG. Is that a good OMG or is that a really? She used the acronym?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on. I think we've had that conversation before too. BRB, LOL, LMFAO. What's some of the other ones? The IDK. I mean, everybody just kind of breaks it down. There's so many times I've
What is the MHM?
She says gag. Got to try it. Had it last night, and it's good. I mean, I'd be willing to try it. Why the hell not? I'm not afraid. It's just like I said. MHM. I don't know. I really don't. Do you?
Mm-hmm.
What is MHM?
Mm-hmm.
It's just straight up mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. According to my daughter. She agrees with me when she says MHM. It's mm-hmm.
I've got nothing.
She sends it to me at least 12 times a day. MHM, and I have to look at her and go, what? And she comes back with, Mom, it's mm-hmm. Okay.
Usually when I do it myself, what'd she say? Me too. I've never heard of MHM.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Myself and my father went to the bar across from his place last night. What bar was that?
Meadville. I don't know.
Oh, it's a hell of a distance.
That's where his dad is.
Of course, I'm not gonna lie. We traveled all the way up to Meadville
Or
to
Cockerton, something like that.
hang out with Beth and Brad at the VFW up there for a karaoke night. Gave it a try. What the hell? Why not? I think we were up in the area anyway, so we thought let's just swing over there.
Max Midway.
Oh, never been in there. I heard it's just a smaller variation of the Mustang. Do I sing? Yes, I do.
Do you song, Bill?
Close enough. I kind of picked up on.
That better not be my ice cream blue.
Let's keep the personal rivalry at home.
It better not be
Did she
my
just give
ice
me an
cream.
SMG?
No, she said sing instead of song earlier. She said
sing,
sing.
yeah.
She was correcting her auto.
Oh,
She was auto correcting her autocorrect.
she did her own little.
Oh, he's eating my ice cream, William.
I don't know what to tell you. You're the one that goes home to him. So I mean, take care of business. You do you, boo boo. Wait till he has a little something something. Never been in a Mustang? You're not missing much. I think the main reason everybody goes to the Mustang is because it's somewhat local. And it's the last of the originals around here, I guess. Tuesday. What about Tuesday? Cat, I got a Tuesday. Are we talking? I'm confused on where we're going here. I'm sure everybody else that's listening is like, what the hell?
Okay. I don't need to have personal conversations or whatever on pod. Back to Christmas. What are we talking about Christmas? Other than it's just not
No,
feeling like
the point
Christmas.
I was originally trying to make before everything completely swirled off,
Thank you.
and hopefully we can grab their attentions again. Like I said, I'm a people person, and I really enjoyed yesterday. I love getting together with everybody. So when it comes to Christmas, it's not always about the gifts. It's kind of like Thanksgiving, you know. You enjoy the food, but I'll tell you what, the company, sitting down and, you know, for me, watching football, you know, talking with, you know, and unfortunately, the way it works out, a lot of times it's during the holidays that you see that family that you don't get to see all the time, like Miss Nancy. Because unfortunately, now I work Wednesdays, so the one way that the Shireys try to keep in touch and is they do a luncheon first Wednesday of the month, unless a holiday falls in that month. Then usually, you know, they so it was kind of nice whenever, you know, I was hurt after I had my surgeries. I got the opportunity to go and partake in the luncheons. You know, mom would come and pick me up, and we'd always meet at this one bowling alley. Everybody sits down and just has, you know, lunch and laughs and jokes, and I pick on Nancy just the whole time. And again, here's that word, Ryan. I'm sure when you watch this, camaraderie. It's fun. She gets so involved when she talks to people. She wasn't even paying attention. I happened to notice this. So she was standing there with a fry in her hand. And it happened on more than one occasion where the fry sat there while she's talking. So I think it was, I took ketchup or I did something. Might have took mayonnaise. I can't remember what it was. And I squirted it down her fry. And sure enough, it wasn't until somebody else stopped her right before she actually ate it. So it was kind of a, you know, again, the laughing, the joking. I mean, she busted out, thought that was hilarious. I've been known for some practical jokes here and there, just in case anybody's wondering. No, I mean, it's you know. So like I said, for me, it's not all about the gifts. Do I like the shopping part? Yes. Do I like, you know, especially love you too, sweetness. Like I'm still a traditionalist. I like to wake up in the morning and, you know, we have our normal routine where we'll sit down. Sarah usually makes a pot of coffee, or depending on who gets to the kitchen first, I'll make a pot of coffee. I get a certain spot and we all divide up, and usually we let the kids go first, obviously. And they open the gifts and here we go. And you know, that sort of that part of the gift giving, I don't think should ever end. I really enjoy still, you know, I mean, obviously me and Sarah will get stuff throughout the year for each other, but you know, I'm still that nerd that loves to see people smiling when they open that gift. You know, the thought behind it. But then you can also tell when people are like sitting there trying to do that whole oh, thanks. This is awesome. I can't wait. This is amazing. They'll give you that kind of that smile that you know is like there's more behind that smile than just, you know, oh, this is awesome. We get one step closer to We got one step closer to Christmas decorations. Yes, Miss Kitty Cat was telling me. I can see Blue being one of those guys that just, for obvious reasons, he can't get the gifts, but he's that guy that's going to sit there and go, no, you need to put that there. No, you need to go. Am I correct? He said, I can see him pointing that cane. No, right there. Higher. It's crooked. Hey, that light bulb's not working. Just find out which one. I finally had to, see, usually if it goes to decorating outside, I'm the one that, like we set up the reindeer outside. We do a snowman outside. They all light up. And I'm the one that gets out there and, Miss Nancy, I think you've been drinking more than me, sweetie. Either that or your phone is hungover. I don't know. One of the two. I'm waiting to come down to do my little bit of help. Blue says, no, that's you. So in other words, is Blue the one out there kind of trying to hang stuff and you're the one sitting on the couch? The only time this is the first time I really had to get on to Sarah. I'm like, I told her one of my favorite parts about decorating in the house is she does an amazing little winter wonderland thing, with the trees and little porcelain houses. And, we've got, kids that skate on the pond. It's my phone. It's stupid. You should have cut it off a lot earlier, sweetie. It's starting to text like I do after I've had one too many of these. I'm sure a lot of people have gotten those texts. Ooh, yep. It's one of those, where you drink so much, you come up with your own acronyms, and literally it's like one run-on sentence of nothing but letters. No, she's the one saying, oh, that's crooked. I don't like it there. I'm just picking on you. Jeez. Sweetie, if I wasn't picking on you, Kat would tell you the same thing. Everybody's going to wonder if something's wrong. Trust me, I get it at work all the time. But like I said, that's the, that's the fun. I am that person that is constantly trying to make people laugh or trying to have a good time. Hell, that's LID, the time, Bill. And what? I give up.
Hell, that's I all the time, Bill.
Well, if somebody wouldn't, quit messaging her, guys. She's busy, so she can actually get to these messages for me so I can actually read them. Oh, sorry. Sorry.
It's my fault. You gave me an idea and I started running with it.
Fantastic. What's the idea? What you got? What you got?
I can't say at the moment.
Oh, good. Having my words run together, yeah. Of course, to be fair, I did message Kitty Cat literally just about 2 hours ago. Hey, you want me to come pick you up? Blah, blah, blah. Come over. And she's like, well, you know what? She does this to me all the time. She answers the question with a question like, well, what do you want to do? I wouldn't have asked if I wasn't already in the area. The offer's on the table, or else I would have kept my mouth shut and just came in here and, good stuff. I love it.
No, you just didn't want to do pod by yourself anymore. So, in order to do pod with me here, I have to have transportation because I ain't got my own.
It's not that I don't. I mean, I like the banter back and forth and everything, and it's just, don't you think it is a little easier when
It's definitely easier.
All right then. Let me ask you something. When I'm not, when I'm sick or whatever, you won't even get on camera, but a small handful of times. So that's what makes it really fun. I did my due diligence. Tim got a little something behind that.
Um. Oh heck. Yeah. He'll call me and ask me a question. Then I ask him a question. And then he just asks me a question all over again. Yeah, it's a back and forth with he and I as well.
Mm.
But since you're still on here, T, I- you don't have to come down to my house to do my part or your part. I made my boys do it today. It's time they start pulling their weight.
Atta girl.
They live there rent free. So they have muscles.
Well, what's going to make it really interesting this year is the fact that Connor has decided he's going to take a trip down south
Mhm.
for Christmas. And I was talking to him about it today on the way to. He did come and pick me up so we can go hunting. And I was kind of, telling him, like, hey, you dividing us at Christmas time? Man, but
Yeah. He was looking forward to coming down and seeing us and spending time with us. But yeah, it's about time that the boys start.
Well, therein lies a good thing. I mean, or a good topic. I mean, do we always have to wait till a holiday for people to, doesn't he come over and hang out, or does he, you can come over. The camaraderie's still there.
Yeah, I just
Or
did.
is this like a traditional thing?
Again, well, yeah, that's part of it. Well, all I did was get the stuff out of the attic. I haven't even opened the totes to start putting anything out yet. And I still haven't gotten plastic up, and I still haven't done this, and I still haven't done that. So there's plenty of times. I just don't have transportation. So
We're working on that, beautiful. We're gonna get you fixed and back on the road here soon enough. Of course, you don't want to be out there right now, anyways. Have you seen the roads? They just apparently they're expecting a little something else tonight, which means tomorrow is going to be an actual hell day at work. Because on the way over to get you, I was behind one of the salt trucks, and it was spitting the salt. So it's, I guess, something in the near future. But if Miss Nancy, if you're still on here, sweetness, what are the odds we'll be able to talk you into coming over to Grandma's? Just thought I'd throw that out there since we're all literally having conversation as we're going. We haven't even talked ourselves whether or not are we gonna try and do our, like another shot Secret Santa? Are we gonna
well, that's what I was.
rolling in your head?
It wasn't like a do a secret Santa kind of thing, but my idea, you just got done saying you love just getting together and having a good time.
Yeah.
So I, in my brain, said, okay, within the next couple weeks, why don't I reach out to all of our
Extended family, we'll call it.
like the ones we were with yesterday, as well as the ones that didn't make it to yesterday, as well as, of course, all of your
Ooh, a Gerard invasion.
all of your group that supports us one way or another, as well as our Butler people that we love and I have got to talk to real soon. And just reach out to all of our patrons to the bar and see if we can do just one big get together. We don't have to have gifts or anything, just meet up and have a good time. Music. Okay, I have a Bluetooth speaker. We could put some music. Not like we don't have the ability to play music. I know how to cook up a storm. You and Sarah know how to cook up a storm. We can always just put some food together and
punch.
have
I
a
can make a punch.
have a good old time. So, but I know one of our good friends is getting ready to have surgery. Another good friend of ours is dealing with some other things going on right now. So I just there's just a lot to put together. So that's what you gave me a great idea to just get us all together. But I have to come up with a
I may
time and place everybody could.
I may or may not have. Well, that one's a little far out there. You do know I got booked for New Year's Eve again.
Yes.
Can't wait for that. And speaking of booking, unfortunately, folks, we had announced earlier this week that yeah, I saw that. I was letting it. I didn't want to. I was trying to find his remote. Resist the Temptation. We are postponing that for a later date.
Okay.
So we're gonna keep trying. Unfortunately, they said they could not make this particular one. We've had 3 different dates this week coming up, and something. I mean, of course, you can't blame them at this time of the year, especially when they just dropped their EP. So I mean, I'm sure they've got a lot going on. But that's.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you.
I'm thinking also along the lines of yes.
A little light bulb just went on in my head.
Well, we do have. We never did reach out to that. When I posted that we've got big things coming, guys. Yesterday was fun, and at the same time,
We still managed to put business into it.
big
And that's where the light bulb came on.
business is good. I think you and I might be on the same page then.
Our new friends just volunteered to let us use a room so we could promote and gather all of our friends in one place all at the same time. I just have to reach out to the people from this neck of the woods to get them to that neck of the woods. See, now if I had my business plan up and running and my business going, I wouldn't have to worry about that either. But
Well, fair too. I mean, if we really wanted to pull the trigger on that one, obviously it'd have to be a Saturday, because unfortunately yours truly has to work, and then some of the people we want to invite work Saturdays with me.
yes, so that's why I was thinking a Sunday.
So if we did it Saturday night, and then we gave people just enough to notice, maybe there'd be a hotel or something nearby. And usually when you got a nice big group coming, if we can get people to RSVP, of course, I mean, this is, again,
But if we were to do it on a Sunday, when you're off and a good portion of the people that we would be inviting, I know, are off on Sundays, and we do it early enough in the day, and you don't have to go too early, but not too late, we could still manage to do this, just go on a little earlier from there
during a shindig.
to put us leaving there at a decent time to get back home to be able to get up to go to work the next day. So that's why I was thinking a Sunday would.
See, is the person that would be drinking during this whole little excuse me. I'm just thinking if we did it on a Saturday night, that gives you Sunday to recover, because something like that, I have a feeling, is going to be a banger. Something to think about. We literally have like a week and a half before. I mean, that's all we have is a week and a half. So can we
Well,
something together?
No, and I'm not meaning to do it before Christmas. I just anywhere between now and the first part of January.
Well, does it have to be the first part of January? Because when you think about it, look how many in the group have birthdays in January, and they literally are clumped into one particular evening, or
1 week
time frame. Yeah.
Well,
Things
it's
that make you go,
exactly.
I mean, I love it. And it would be like, kind of our first annual. If I hadn't booked myself, I would say we could put together something for New Year's.
Yeah, but one of our friends is booked for New Year's. No, two of our friends are booked for New Year's.
Technically, three of us. I don't know. Like I said, I mean, me and you are definitely on the same page on this one. We've been wanting to do. How many times have we talked about wanting to put together, an 8-ball tournament, 9-ball tournament, Scotch doubles, something. That's still not off, and this is supposed to be around the time when we should be trying to pull this one together, because with the weather, people are, they're looking for something to do. Obviously, after the holidays would be the best time to do it. Maybe closer to when everybody gets their taxes back in. I don't know. But again, we've got a lot in the works. As you guys can tell, last year was a bit of a train wreck trying to get everything in organ. We had to redo a lot of stuff, but it's really coming together. I'm not going to share everything quite yet, but we just recently got an invite. We're just trying to pick what day works best. So,
well, Blue has suggested us doing just a personal visit first, so we get the lay of the land before we do a full broadcast.
I mean, yeah, I guess that particular one could be straightforward, or it could, I don't know. I haven't even been able to find, the place yet. I'm not even sure. I mean, she gave the name, and I'm kind of like, okay. That'd be smart. It is nice to know the place first. So I mean, I'm game for it. Might as well just go and check it out. Hell, we might just do that this weekend coming up. I got nothing. We just have to get a hold of somebody and say, hey, when are you working? So on and so forth.
I happen to be talking to one of those people right now.
Yes, Blue, I know where it's at. Gotcha, buddy. Like I said, we're finally going to get to, to spread out. And
See, they gave us directions and told us where it was. So that is why he's coming back with his Sid Niles.
I'm listening. Tim said, hello, Blue. I guess I can give out what we're actually getting ready to do. I mean, this particular one, we're just trying to. All we need to do is set a date.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's probably ready to dump. We never did take our break, so.
Sounding like it. Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, no,
I guess we're just kind of.
I like times like this. I mean,
yeah, it's just kind of.
It's not exactly hungover, but you kind of feel hungover. I mean, it was a long day, a lot of walking. For you, yeah, you got the muscles all flexed over there, girl. I see you. I didn't. I slept, but I didn't fully sleep. I woke up around 3:00, was absolutely just parched. I mean, and I didn't want alcohol. I needed liquid. So I was drinking glasses of water. I'm like, oh, good, I got a body armor here. And I chugged that whole thing and then literally went through a whole or half a gallon of milk. I just kept drinking and drinking. And then I finally said, hey, you know what? Instead of sleeping out here, go up, get my shower real quick, and went to bed. And I felt decent at first, and then it was just kind of like throughout the day. And then I literally just went out. I mean, it was 32 degrees out there. The wind was blowing just enough. It was snowing. And yet me and Connor were literally sweating our nuts off trying to walk around that field. So sometimes I hear crickets. Or is he saying I hear cricks? I don't know. But no, I mean, I would love to do, something like that and just get everybody together and, now I wouldn't be opposed to trying to do like a monthly thing. Just keep everybody in the loop, let's instead of just waiting until like 2-3 months later, then everybody gets together. And, it's kind of like, I said about family. Do we always have to wait till the holidays to see that extended family you normally don't see,
Well, that's just like one of my cousins said to me at a funeral. Literally, the only time you actually see everybody together is for a funeral or a wedding. And lately, there's way more funerals than there are weddings because all of us are off married already. But yeah, you shouldn't have to wait for the ones that you really care about. You shouldn't have to wait for something, a holiday or a major event in life to be able to get together and have that camaraderie.
Yes, I love that word, camaraderie. It is what it is.
Riley's graduation party. I saw more people that day. And don't get me wrong, I am so overjoyed that many people showed up to congratulate my son on his achievement, because believe it or not, it was a major, and I know graduating from high school is a major achievement for anybody, but for him to overcome everything that he did and actually come out to graduate when he was supposed to is a huge feat so I'm very, very grateful that everybody did. But again, half those people that came, I haven't seen them since. His graduation party was in June.
Well, I mean, Miss Nancy, the only time her and I get to talk anymore is literally on here when she gets to pop in for a little while, and then.
No, I mean, I get the distance with my parents, and I get the distance with my sister and brother-in-law. I sort of get the distance with my brother. But a good portion of the people that were there literally are right here in this little tiny town. Unless I run into them at the grocery store. I'm telling you, everybody in this damn town that knows me has my number. Do you think I hear from any of them? No.
Well, we always have to remember too. Let's play the devil's advocate on this. That
It goes
door
both
swings
ways.
Both ways. And I can honestly say, like, since moving back up here, I've seen more of mom's side, the Shireys and everything, than I have, my dad's side. And, they're scattered around too, but, I get to see my cousin Paul once a year. And we keep, we do keep in touch every now and then. It's like, we need to get together. We got family in. Oh, you haven't seen them in a while. They're actually in town. And, Sarah doesn't know a lot of my dad's side. She's got to meet my Aunt Gal, R.I.P., unfortunately. But I keep telling myself, I do need to pick up the phone and start calling, because, I mean, I hate to kind of put a grim on it. The door's starting to close a little bit. And, it's not going to be too long before, going to a hosted, you become the host. So, I mean, it's just kind of, I need to push and be a little more proactive myself. So I can actually say that.
Yeah, I can say the same thing. I mean, I'm just as guilty, but then again, I'm not going to reach out to those loved ones that I do truly care about and don't ever want to see anything happen to them, but I'm not going to reach out to them when I've been the one to reach out and never it's not been reciprocated.
There's the word.
Kind of thing. Case in point, I have family members who literally mean the world to me, literally live less than a mile from my house. And I see them pass my house multiple times a day. But unless there's a major something go on, I don't rarely do I even hear from them. The comment that I made, I sort of understand the distance between my brother. So he's 2 hours from here. I get that. We were very close growing up, very, very close growing up. But certain things happen.
Right.
And you go your own way. We both live 2 different lives, and some things that mean something to me may not mean as much to him, and okay, so we don't have that close relationship that I would like. But when you can drive the 2 hours over here to go to that relative's house that's less than a mile from my house, literally driving past my house to get there, and then drive past my house to go back home.
Now I can see where you're going. So
And you don't even pick up the phone to say,
Hey,
hey,
I'm in
in town. Do you want to come see me? I don't know that he's even been in town until days later when I see pictures posted of the get-togethers. So that's not just frustrating, but that's what hurts. So when you go through that so many times, it's finally, okay, I have to stop trying before I do the damage to myself.
right.
I have to guard myself and protect myself from that pain, because it's just going to keep happening.
Right. I got you. I mean, I was, because at the same time, I'm not gonna lie. At the beginning, I'm like, well, I mean, there's still that other side, but that second part's where it kicked in, and I'm not gonna lie. There's been a couple sneak visits up this way we've heard about. Obviously, I'm not gonna give names,
Details.
but the one thing that kind of drives people nuts is when there is a visit. Usually, it's just friends and family specific,
Mm-hmm.
and then, well, we're gonna allot just this little bit of time. So, I mean, I can feel you on that one. One person I used to call all the time, him and I would call each other the very next day after a Steeler game, is my youngest brother. And we kept up and kept up and kept up and kept up. And then I can honestly say in the last year or so, we've kind of fallen back a little bit. My sister's the same way. Her and I were good for at least once or twice a month to call. She lives all the way out in St. Louis, or just outside of St. Louis. And her profession keeps her on the road all the time.
Well, for the longest time, you at least talk to her once a week, because I was there with your conversation. Yeah, I was on there with your conversation, so you at least had her once a week.
But here's the fun part about doing this, and we're right at the end, so we're gonna wrap it up on that one. Since I've started doing this, whether it be the sports show, or this as a whole, it seems like they're coming out of the woodwork saying, well, you don't need to be doing this, you need to be doing this. What if you did this? No, do this. A lot
Everybody
of
has their own opinion.
on a lot of the critiques on the sports section of it. I had one person trying to tell me, oh, well, the actual betting person. I'm like, do you actually bet? Well, no, but I if I were a betting person, I'm sure that they. Do you realize how many people watch this show actually do bet?
Mm-hmm.
Trust me.
And I hope they did not bet on any of our picks this past week.
Whew. Oh,
it was a bad week for us.
Oh, I'm not looking forward to those numbers. I'll be honest, that book, I haven't even touched it. I have no idea.
You don't want to.
I've known certain ones. I think
for me to say it's bad,
I know I fell flat, but I will say this much on our sleeper. I'm absolutely slamming it today, and I'm going to be a lock on the playoffs. So that's I think the way they've been playing as of late, some of these teams, we'll talk the sports real quick. I think they've been kind of laying back, trying to keep everybody healthy, which we just saw one of the nastiest injuries today. Zach Ertz of the Washington Commanders, his whole leg, the leg does not bend like a backwards C. Did you do it?
I do believe I have done it. I am no longer 3-10. It looks like I will be 4-10.
And I think you might, by doing that, you might knock somebody out of playoff contention.
And I'm up against Blue.
I know exactly who you're up against.
Week, and that makes me feel very, very good. Unless he did it on purpose.
He'll say he did just because he wanted you to have the opportunity. You'll never get him to admit, you beat me fair and square.
I wasn't even paying attention to it at all. He's the one that said, babe, I think you're beating me.
Well, look at it this way. Since he didn't want to have, he didn't want to help out the competition. Who's the one that reached out and said, Kat, drop these quarterbacks and pick up this one, and look what happened.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if we, had this conversation earlier in the season?
I'm learning little bit by little bit.
Don't worry, sweetness. I got you. How about the...
Oh, yeah. You don't even want to talk to me about that game, Tim.
I think we watched bits and pieces of it at Buffalo Wild Wings last night. And
not the Ohio State.
Yeah, Ohio State, Indiana.
Yeah, no. It wasn't until we left there did they even come on. They didn't start till 8 o'clock last night. We were home.
Oh, no, that was Georgia, Alabama.
Yeah, it was Georgia, Alabama. Yeah.
Both teams wear red.
Yeah. Ohio State, I watched that and my eyelids. Telling you, it was I sat down in my chair. I was out of my 5 layers and into just one regular layer. I sat down in my chair and I might have seen the first 10 minutes of the game. And
I think Connor came over and gave me a hug goodbye when he left. Because I even asked him, like, why are you? Why aren't you sticking around? Well, I got stuff I got to do at school. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. And
then Kaylin, she laid down beside me, and I remember watching about 5 minutes of that movie, and I was done.
Yeah. Connor and I were talking.
That's all right, guys. It's the final week of the sleeper, and we go into the playoffs after this. In 3 days, it tells us how the playoffs are going to go. Kitty Cat, you came on strong in the end, but since
no, you don't get it. You don't get it. I don't know anything about this stuff. And for me to beat the one specific person that I joined this to beat, I beat him. I'm happy. I could be in last place. I believe I am still in last place, but I beat the one person I set out to beat. I'm happy.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, guys, since we started doing this, they've been coming out of the woodwork. Oh, I'm going to complain about this. Oh, no, you don't need to be doing that. Oh, you shouldn't talk about this. What about doing it? And it's like, you know what? We seem to be doing quite well, seeing as how we've got invites now, and we are actually having people reach out to us. They'd like to be on here. And that's just in the last month. I mean, I'm starting to get all sorts of messages. I'd like to be on here. And, you know, people, it's starting to really, it took form. You know, I think we're like a year and a half in at this point. And already it's starting to, it's gaining traction.
I am in last place.
But on that note, guys, we are getting ready to wrap this one up. I got to make sure I have Kitty Cat out of here at a decent hour tonight. So we are getting ready to jump over to the other one. So for those of you on TikTok, follow us over there next. Otherwise, make sure you check us out tomorrow night for our Monday night bartender. We've got our Wednesday night open bar, our Thirsty Thursday thoughts and shots, our sports edition. There's going to be a lot of lamenting and tears. Trust me, the messages blew up big time. But we're going to keep things going with all the fun stuff we've been doing over on TikTok. So like I said, Notre Dame
Opted out of bowl games.
Okay, interesting. Don't understand why they would do that, but I guess that's something I'll be looking into. Of course, like I said, we have our Thirsty Thursday thoughts and shots, our sports. We'll be talking about it much more.
We're still doing sports on Wednesday this week, though.
We are doing sports on Wednesday, yes. And then Thursday night's gonna be another just thoughts and shots.
Thoughts and shots.
Last week was fun. I think it was last week we did the switch up again. I can't remember when did we? No, it was the week before. Either way, we'll figure it out, and then we'll round it all out with our Sunday night weekend hangover. You never know what's going to happen. Always fun and always unpredictable, guys. But on that one, like I said, if you're on TikTok, follow us over there. We're going to have as much fun as possible. Let us go ahead and get out my good friend. Yeah, didn't need it. Everything we say on this show is just our opinion. But then again, look at everybody popping on now. Literally, right at the end. Everything we say on this show is just our opinion. But then again, Miss Kitty Cat.
It could just be the alcohol talking.
Oh. Guys, we'll see you on TikTok. Love you all. See ya.
Thank you for stopping in and listening to the Another Shot podcast. We shared some drinks, stories, and laughs. But it's time to say goodnight. Join us next time on Another Shot podcast.
If you're looking for a party, then man, have you found it? Now the shot is coming raw and unbounded. The whiskey's always talking and the beer's overflowing. Now the shot is gonna hit you with the mind overloading. The bar is always open with no inhibitions. Another shot will leave your sensories twitching. Just remember, everything we say is just our opinion. But then again, it might be the alcohol talking. It might be the alcohol talking.